I think we watched one of the videos from here the other day. Yeah, Theology of the Body Institute. We watched something about, it was a lady talking about something. This one is called What to Do with Your Sexual Needs as a Christian. Fascinating. When I have sexual needs, what do I do with them? Usually,
hey everybody.
Hi man. Usually when I have sexual needs, I express them to willing participants.
Christopher West, Theology of the Body guy here today.
Theology of the Body guy. I gotta turn you up a little bit, I think, but maybe also not. I think like we're gonna have a weird range here, actually.
Today we're
Yeah, see, that's too loud.
going to be looking at a question I get asked quite often. What do we do with our sexual needs?
Needs. See, that's too loud.
I'd like to begin with a
Dude,
quote from...
These are, I don't know what it is. There's like a decibel range on your mic that I don't know. I think is like when he leans in, it gets particularly loud to me.
my personal hero, St. John Paul II. This is from... an
Personal hero, St. John Paul. Catholics are so fucking weird, dude. My personal hero, St. John Paul. Nerd. Fucking nerd. Is audio mixing a sin? It probably is.
Essay that's in a book
Thou shalt have a scuffed setup.
collected from his articles and essays called Person and Community. He uses, of course, right, a very scholarly language here. It's not the way we talk in everyday conversation. But let me share this with you. We're going to unpack it, and it's going to take us right to the heart of the matter. Here we go. He says, the very manner in which we conceive of our sexual desires must be from the start to the greatest extent possible.
Are they going to say like... Okay, so my if I finish this sentence, it would say, we must understand that our sexual desires are a biological and social component to our life. And it's something that we have to like understand in order to have a good relationship with. So we should have real understandings of what it is. What is my sexuality? What do I like? What do I not like? We have to understand consent. We have to understand our body. You know, there's lots to go into it. Being a human's complex, man.
Freed from purely impulse-oriented, naturalistic presuppositions and shaped personalistically. It means, if we could translate that into everyday language, you're not an animal. These how does he put it? Impulse-oriented, naturalistic presuppositions can be summed up in a song that I heard many years ago, maybe you're familiar with it, by a band called the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh.
And that should kind of give away right away where they're coming from. And the lyrics went like this. We ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. That's right. A naturalistic, impulse-oriented presupposition.
It's actually about doggy style, and like just like let's get to fucking, you know, let's bang out. So yeah, I mean you can fuck however you like. You can be a little animal while you fuck. I don't care. Whatever gets in your jellies, man. You can be a little creature if you want.
To say, we ain't nothing but mammals, let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. Rather, our understanding of sexual desire, John Paul II said, must be shaped personalistically. What does that mean? Person. Person is the word we use to distinguish us from animals. If a girl comes back from a night with a guy, and she says, he behaved like an animal, is that a compliment? I remember when...
Is this guy like meandering? I feel like when they have these, they have such a hard time talking about this subject. They can't even get into it. They have to meander around it and just sort of like, can we talk about the thing? Can we have the conversation where Nope. He has to be like borderline euphemistic the whole time.
When I was first reading John Paul II,
Be direct,
I was in
man.
my early mid-20s, 23, 24 years old. And this was one of the things that struck me the deepest. I had been thinking for so long in this animal kind of instinct way. I had these sexual needs that I had to fulfill. I was of the mind that I needed sexual release on a daily basis, like I needed 3 meals a day. And
You don't. I mean, you don't need that. You want that. That's totally different. You can or don't have to. I need 2 meals a day. 3 what now? 3 meals a day. Yes.
And I either, pardon the pun, I either took things into my own hands or I found my release with the girlfriend I had at the time. And yet that whole approach was eaten away at me. Something was not right, and I knew it.
He had some depression wanks, and he blamed the wanks. Don't blame the wanks, bro. He had some depression. He did some wanks during it. You're reading the Bible, yeah, man. I mean, this is the problem with religion, one of them. I mean, your relationship with sexuality is so just fucked, right? Because you think you're inherently dirty. I mean, this guy here is telling you, like, oh, it was deeply wrong for me to have these sexual urges. Like, it's not wrong for you to be sexually attracted to your girlfriend or want to masturbate. You're a little monkey. It's okay. Just understand to do it appropriately. And, you know, if you have a problem like an addiction to porn or something, that's a problem, you know? we can address these things. Excuse me. We don't need a I don't know, we don't need some kind of fucking sermon to figure this out. We just need to be honest with ourselves. So much pussyfooting around, man. I feel like nobody has actual fucking conversations, especially conservatives.
Because I was in pain, and so was my girlfriend. And I realized that I was not free. I thought I was free because I had tossed off the oppressive shackles of my Catholic upbringing, and I was indulging my sexual needs whenever I wanted to, or whenever I could get my girlfriend to cooperate. If you
Lazarus. Okay, so that exposes a lot about you to me. Wow, yeah. So that you saw that as an exchange of cooperation is fucking bizarre and creepy. I've always had enthusiastic consent. This is just, you know, I mean, not every fucking time. Sometimes, you know, your partner is like, I'm really not feeling good. Maybe you're not feeling good. Definitely has happened to me. You know, but like for the most part, I mean, people want to fuck when you're together. Like, come on, man. This is. I can't believe that the Catholic guy had a hard time figuring out his sexuality. This is a thing for people. It, you know, everyone goes through it. I went through it, but I wasn't religious. But like, man, as a non-religious guy, y'all Christians are fucked up. Literally, all of you are little freaks in bed, and it's awesome. But like, it's because of that. It's because of that shit. It's not only that shit, but it's because of that shit, you know? It really is. I've never met a Christian who is like totally normal. Ever once. I had burrs on my shorts. I still have burrs. Oh no. Guys, like a puppy, I have to pull burrs out of my shit. What the fuck? Why did this happen? I must have got it when Darwin rubbed up against me. I mean, I went outside today, but I don't think I went near burrs today. I got burrs. Here you go, chat. Here's my shorts burrs. Oh, well. Drop the burr. Does burr still mean stuff to you now? Burr.
You cannot control your own sexual desires. You will inevitably seek to control others to gratify them.
What? What? Control them? Look, we can make jokes about kink or whatever, but that's not what that is. It's consent is what it is. We consent to that. So yeah, man. This is makes you sound like a fucking creep with a maybe a record we should look into.
And I became, because I was enslaved to my, quote, sexual needs, I became a real manipulator. I knew how to push my girlfriend's buttons to get what I wanted.
Push her buttons but not turn her on. It's fucking crazy. I knew how to coerce her but not how to make her want to have sex with me.
Out of her. And in the end, that was after a 4-year relationship. That's the reason she broke up with me. She was right. She felt that. I did not know how to love her. And I didn't know how to love her because I was enslaved to my, quote, sexual needs.
No, bro.
Tell me, Jack, when did you first develop this theory?
Well, I first became aware of it, Mandrake,
What?
during the physical act of love. Huh. Yes, a profound sense of fatigue, a feeling of emptiness followed. Luckily, I was able to interpret these feelings correctly. Loss of essence.
Huh.
I can assure you it has not recurred, Mandrake. Women sense my power, and they seek the life essence. I do not avoid women, Mandrake.
Yeah.
But I do deny them my essence.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to deny them they're little harpies, dude. They're little succubi.
I was living in this impulse
They all want
oriented
essence.
way. I was, animalistic in that sense. We ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. The culture
He's
talks
so fucking lame. He has no riz. This is why you fucking got broken up with, bro. You're just a trash. You just suck.
a huge line about sexual freedom, right?
Yeah.
But what does that mean? It means do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, with whomever you want, without ever saying no.
No, it really doesn't mean that. What? Sexual freedom also means the freedom to say no whenever you'd like. It's crazy that being a Christian is like living life with the parking brake on, and then when you take it off, they're like, oh, this is how cars drive! And then they go, and they don't know how to drive the car. It's like, no, you don't have to fucking floor it or slam on the brakes. You could just drive like a normal-ass person, and it takes them forever to figure out how to live because they're psychos. And some of them just never do. They get in car crashes. I mean, this is maybe the best metaphor of all time.
Freedom means liberty to indulge your compulsions.
Or the freedom to not indulge your compulsions. Freedom? What the fuck? He's got such an unhealthy relationship with all of this stuff. You need therapy, dog.
Well, that led...
I would love to talk to this guy. He's small. Come talk to me. You're nuts. Does he have a Twitter? No, they have Instagrams and Facebooks. Fuck.
to slavery in my life. If you can't say no to your compulsions,
What are you
you're not
talking
free,
about?
you're enslaved. Is the alcoholic who cannot say no to his next drink, is he liberated because he's indulging in an addiction?
Should we ban alcohol?
Or is he in chains? No.
This is a chemical dependence. Like, you're not chemically... You could have been a sex addict, I guess, but it didn't sound like it. It sounded like you just are Catholic.
Sexual freedom is not the liberty to indulge your compulsions. Sexual freedom is liberation from the compulsion to indulge.
He's just too depressed. His dick don't work now.
Only such a person who is liberated from the compulsion to indulge can become a true gift to another.
I think he's worshiping Vlaakith. I think he's for my Baldur's Gators out there. I think he's he's worshiping a dark god. He's like, actually, the bad things are the good things.
Never forget the first time I really started tasting this freedom. I knew I was free. I was with my soon-to-be wife. We were getting married later that year, and we were on this beautiful mountain ledge here in Pennsylvania looking over a
so
gorgeous
interesting,
river.
man.
I was holding her in my arms, and I looked down at her, and I just wanted to love her. I just wanted to tell her how awesome she was. And right then I had a flashback.
You just loving someone? Yep. That's what loving someone feels like. You just love them a lot. Yeah, me too. You know? You ever love someone? Just a lot? You just don't really know how to express it? It happens.
To the way I used to
If you haven't, can recommend. Worth being a socialized person for. Worth it.
When I was a professional manipulator and I knew how to push buttons to get what I wanted, and I shuddered. I said, "Wendy, I have no desire to push your buttons." And she looked up at me and said, "Good." And I said, No, you don't understand. I don't want to use you. I don't want to manipulate you. I don't want to try to get something from you. Good. I just want to love you. I said, "Good." I was free.
What a psycho. What a fucking psycho.
I was tasting a freedom, which was not the liberty to indulge my compulsions at her expense.
I think it's just because you're older now, man. Like, he got older and his hormone levels decreased, and he's like, oh shit, I have clarity? He hit fucking male menopause. Oh, dude.
It was liberation
Testapause.
from the compulsion to indulge, so I could love her, honor her in her true beauty and goodness. I could fly. Freedom is real. What must we do with our sexual needs? What can we do with our sexual needs?
What a
See,
psycho.
the way we experience sexual desire in a fallen world is inverted. It's aimed at me. We are in need of conversion. We are in need of a reorientation of the way we experience sexual desire.
Yes, I feel horny when I am horny. It doesn't need to be outwardly inflicted on people, though. You know? You don't need to manipulate anybody. Just talk to people.
The way we see and think about the body, of the way we see and think about sexual union. The need we have is not for sexual indulgence. The need we have is for love. And the only way we can experience this transformation from sexual need as indulging my compulsion to sexual freedom as the liberty to love another is by allowing God's love into our sexual desires.
If you got cum brain and you're like, you know what, I need God to take this on over. Hey, God, dry my balls out for me, dog. And then God sends some angels with some... They blow dry your balls out. Get them good and dry. Get rid of that pesky seed. Get it out of there. No, not a three-way. No, that's indulging your desires to sex God. Though, it's 100% true. This is something I like to tell Christians when they get sassy. It's 100% true, and it's irrefutable. So God is perfect. Everyone agrees. As part of the triumvirate, God is Jesus, is the Holy Spirit is God, right? Everyone agrees. So Jesus is God, is perfect. Everyone, we all. So, God is perfect in every way, knows everything, is 100%, could do anything with the accuracy of, you know, any sort of like the most accurate, perfect thing in all existence. It is therefore true that Jesus would give the best head in the universe. Like, literally, universally true, Jesus would be the throat goat. So, then you can't refute that. That's just facts. Kate Boss Girl, you're fucking... That's stupid. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What kind of fucking po-ass question is that shit? What guy are you making up when you ask that question? What? What kind of... Like, you're obviously a man. A conservative 48-year-old man. Why is it stupid? Yeah. You sound like a person I should engage with in earnest. Yeah, I'm good without watching the rest of this video. What do you guys say? You guys need... Hold on, let's see what he has to say. Let's finish it up. Let's just get to the end of this section. Recap. Open your knees to God.
To transform, to redirect, to reshape, to reform, to recreate the way we experience our creation as male and female in the image and likeness of God. This is a long journey we are invited to go on.
Let Jesus come into your heart.